Hello there. Time for round 3 with Rakdos control. Theoretically focusing on red, but I keep drawing all the all the black cards. And unfortunately, mulliganing a hand with 2 lands in it, since both of them were Carnariums. At least opponent mulligan 2 to keep it fair, keep it sporting. Now I don't know what they're on, but if they're on creatures, like it's likely that they are. This should be good. It gives me something to do in like turns 1 or 2. Well, if their Affinity bolt isn't that great, but it's at least something. It's going to take a little bit to get going. I was really hoping they were going to play a Carapace Forger there, while it didn't have Metalcraft. Unfortunately for me, opponent knew that that was not a good idea, assuming they have one. And not only that, their 2 artifact lands being the same no longer matters because they have a prism. So this hand looks like it's going to be a bit of an uphill struggle. I'm going to have to probably lean on Alchemist a fair amount to get damage in this game. I basically hope they don't have Atog, because it's going to be difficult to win through like Atog Fling combos. Like, I know I have Terminate and everything, but if I'm not pressuring them that much, so they'll probably be able to build up to it if they feel like it. Now I have the option to like terminate this right now, or I can like play Thermo-Alchemist. I think I have to play Alchemist out, because otherwise I'm gonna take too long to kill them if I don't have Alchemist in play. And there's a reasonable chance that they don't have like another giant creature. Like if they had Mirror Enforcers, they would have tried to play that that last turn there instead. So I'm definitely taking 4, but hopefully, like especially if I draw a land, like a swamp or something, I can play multiple spells. But I think it's a tough deck to beat in general. Affinity, obviously, it's very good. And like damage based removal, like Lightning Bolt, not the best positioned. Many of my other decks have Flame Slash in this type of slot. But even though we're a control deck, we still want to go to the face a lot, so we have to play a bunch of Lightning Bolts. Alright, Somber Hoverguard. I'm definitely in favour of them playing Hoverguard here. I'm not in favour of that. But at least I can kill the Hoverguard with a bolt. It's not worth trying to slow roll it, because if we draw another land next turn, we'll be casting like 4 mana for spell anyway. Well, this is a lot of Night's Whispers. I think in order to win this game, we're gonna have to get kind of lucky off this Night's Whisper. We're clogged on stuff anyway. And no, that's not gonna do the job. I guess even if they play no creatures I can kill with it next turn, I'm gonna have to Lightning Bolt them in order to play out an Angler. But yes, this is not the kind of draw that we're going to win with game 1. Too many Night's Whispers. They have too many 4/4s. And too many anti-control cards. Jeez, enough with the 4/4s. So like we can chump. It doesn't seem like it does anything. So I guess I'm just gonna like just bolt. Get some more damage in. Open us to potentially do something with Angler and then chump next turn. No, we still can't afford to play Angler, so we're just dead this game. Okay, dokie. So we get to bring in some Pyroblast. Martyr of Ashes is a decent one. It's not outstanding, but I am boarding in more red cards, so it makes it easier to blow it for 4, which is ideal. Funeral Charms can come out. Duresses are not that bad, honestly. Invoker's Justice, not particularly good against them. Neither Sprinting Warbrute. Blightning can get trimmed because we need to just make sure that we don't flood out. Don't have too clunky hands. Grotesque Mutation is okay, but it's not that amazing. And like it would take the place of Brush with Death. Basically. So like lightning bolts and that aren't actually that great, but sort of have to take some out since they're like it's the 4/4s that kill you. Yeah, I'm gonna bring in like one Duress since it's good if you manage to like snipe one of their important mana artifacts. This hand's low on sideboard cards for sure. I mean, we have one of them, but and the combo, we have the combo, but we don't have like very much removal, so we're liable to maybe have a bad draw this game. On the other hand, like if we just draw some removal spells or Gorilla Shaman, I think this is going to be good. Like we have some stuff going on. It's not complete breaks, so. I do, desperately prefer. Well, this is just embarrassing, isn't it? So the option is now that we can just hold on to Thermo-Alchemist. Yep, actually, I think I'm going to do that. Martyr of Ashes can give us outs to win this game. That we do have a pretty sketchy hand. So if they play like a bunch of Frogmites or something, if we just draw another red card, a Pyroclasm would be pretty good. And if we draw like Night's Whispers into more red cards, then we set up for a real blowout. Like it's sort of a non-bowl to have Martyr plus black cards, but most of the time you only ever need to pop this for 2, and it's not that difficult to do that. And like against elves, like you don't need to do tons. Actually, I meant to get a mountain there. I misclicked on this swamp, but hopefully that won't punish me. So the opponent's probably wondering what on earth we're doing. I would be if I were them. They could easily just have a bunch of reactive cards though. Like they've got a couple of Seat the Synods. They might be trying to hold on to Hydroblasts. So I'm really just hoping to like cast an Angler. Like if I draw like Night's Whisper, that would be ideal. If I drop Lightning, that would be pretty good. I mean, it would probably get Hydroblasted, but I think that is okay. Somber Hovagard, obviously not pretty good against Martyr of Ashes. They don't have a lot of flyers, but that does certainly avoid what I'm doing. I think we just want to. I think it's it could be the sunk cost fallacy here for not just casting this and doing some things with it. but given how sketchy our hand is, I think it's fine to hold on to this. I guess if I like just cast this, they might have tried to Hydroblast it. But then we have this Martyr of Ashes looking embarrassing. I mean, there's only a couple of these. The plan isn't to just go all in on these, but certainly the black cards I have drawn are not the Night's Whispers. So and that's just another land. It's looking worse and worse every second. So hopefully they're going to Hydroblast this. I don't think we can win. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Like we couldn't do a good martyr anyway, so I guess we're gonna just try and play normal spells now. They have 3 cards in their hand though, and obviously quite a lot of power in play, so it's looking kind of scary. This looks like a Galvanic Blast on me or Thermo-Alchemist. Thermo-Alchemist, I'm happy enough to see get shot. Rather heartlessly of me to say. Since it wasn't going to be that great here anyway. I mean, it was going to block Flare Husk, but it needs to be fuel for the angles. So they have 2 cards left. If they're good cards, then we're probably dead. Atog probably means we're dead. No lies. Well, does that change anything? So, like, we can't beat a fling anyway. I think what I have to do here is like block Atog and cast Grotesque Mutation and hope we're not dead. Like we could try to block Mirror Enforcer and cast Grotesque Mutation and still keep our Angler safe and sound. But then they can just sacrifice the Mirror Enforcer to Atog and then we don't get to gain any life. So they only have 1 card. It might not be a super card. Someone just randomly banging their hammer. But why? Why do they always bang the hammer? Armadillo Cloak. Now that wasn't what I was expecting. The Grotesque Mutation plan... Well, now I have to cast Grotesque Mutation. And I will gain the life though. Unless they want to sacrifice their creature and then not trade with the Angler. Even if everything dies, then I still get to cast another Angler next turn. Or I can Gorilla Shaman to destroy like all their lands. I will need to check though in case that kills me. So I can cast Gurmag Angler for 5. Or I can like kill 4 lands and then like see what happens. Yeah, I think putting them to no mana sources seems like a fine option. And I can't kill that either. No, what dagger. So I have to chump here, otherwise I'll die. So I need to draw a removal spell for Hoverguard. Play Angler. I think that should be okay. Well, that's a lot of angling. So like I could play Rager, and then I can draw a land, then I can play Angler, but I think that's too risky. So opponent attacks with everything, I have to block Atog, I take 5, and then I'm have to draw a removal spell for Hoverguard or I'm dead. Or they can just draw that. Okay, then I'm dead.